poetry, the flute has tried to find the relation and also the contrast between fire and fragrance, romance and revolution, beauty and pain, joy and frustration, both of which coexist, often oblivious of each other. My poetry is also an earnest effort to bring the attention of the fragrance towards the fire, the joy towards the pain, the beauty towards affliction, the affluent towards the deprived. With this note, I would like to read out the preface of my poetry book to you all to give a broader view of what to expect inside. So I thought the preface will be a better description of the book. So I've written it very carefully. So I'd like to read out the book. Preface first of all. Fragrance Flute of Fire is not just meant for poets, writers, thinkers, literary giants, and philosophers. It is for common people with their joys and sorrows, pains, hopes, loneliness, love, grievances, and continuous struggle for existence. It is my earnest effort to find light and spread beauty in the less beautiful corners of world. From romance to revolution, from frustration to hope, from friendship to solitude, from fearfulness to bravery, from oppression to revolt. My poems have tried to touch the varied emotions it has come across during its brief existence. It is spoken of love and pain that dwells in life and earned accolades from the gods. It is spoken of corruption, struggle, division among people, riots, and injustice in the society, and could not steer hearts to fight against it. Finally, it has blended romance with revolution, love with universal affection, hope with pain, joy with selflessness, and found its real purpose on this world. My poetry speaks of beauty, nature, romance, and bliss. It loves to rhyme and sing and add melody to its lines so that it can evoke people's emotion and touch the heart of audience. But simply dealing with beauty is not its goal. Its purpose is to commute the serious aspects of life, to highlight the grievances of the people, to inspire youths to fight against the evils of the society. Its purpose is social, though its appeal is personal. The writer in me has found its meaning in transmuting pain to poetry. If my poems can touch the reader's heart, if audience can identify themselves with my rhythm, if my people's emotion can find their voices in my poetry, if my verses can urge the youth to fight against injustice, if the melody of my flute can eliminate fear from a trembling soul, if a frustrated brother can find rays of hope in the darkness through my lines, if an unfortunate sister can rise up in revolt against oppression through my words, if my song can help a wandering soul find a purpose in life, if my poems can steer young hearts to action, if my poetry can inspire a revolution, only then I'll believe that my writing has been successful. Now I'd like to recite some of my poems to you. I'd like to begin with my poem, The Valentine's Day, which is the first poem of my book. Valentine's Day is about a girl who sees the inequality in the society and feels the pain of the suffering mankind. When we are busy enjoying our favorite cuisines, luxurious restaurants, exchanging expensive gifts with each other, she says to his beloved, "Tell me, O my Valentine, how do I wish thee? When the world is full of sores and pains, when the days are long devoid of rains, when beside me crawl exploiters of cold-blooded veins, unbound and free, tell me, O my Valentine, how do I wish thee? With what flowers do I tribute when there are thorns all while? When the child at my next door has forgotten her smile? When for bread and clothes women have their self-esteem to pay? Tell me, O my Valentine, how to celebrate the day? How do I celebrate the night with chicken roasted red? When hungry children cry all the night for a single piece of bread? When a jobless brother in frustration has to take the gun in hand? Tell me how I roam with thee in gay hand in hand. When the lanes of my childhood are devoid of bird song, when drops of blood appear in the garden of flower and corn, when the stronger ones exploit the weak and make them live in mourn, tell me how I celebrate the Valentine's Day dawn. Go, go my Valentine, come, not me near. My life has been darkened by my people's grief and fear. Perhaps on some other life I would be born to see my people free from fear and grief, praying in the world with glee. On that day, my Valentine, we'll all laugh and enjoy by singing songs of liberty, love and joy. Valentine's Day is not just about the feelings or the emotions of a girl. It is also meant to reflect the growing inequality between people in our society, the gap between the haves and the have-nots, and the suffering of the deprived classes, which leads to further social menace like terrorism. So this was a poem on love, love both personal and universal. And now I want to recite a poem on revolution, which is nothing but a greater form of love. As Che Guevara says, at the risk of seeming ridiculous, let me say that the true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. The poetry that I am going to recite next is Struggle for Liberty. The history of mankind is a history of struggle, uprising and revolution. This is the uprising for liberty and justice by the oppressed class against the oppressor. As humankind finally realizes that liberty is an essential right of all human beings. The bird of freedom beckons us. Struggle for liberty. Oh, listen, listen to the voice, for there the cuckoo cry. We'll have to sail through the ocean of blood for the deep blue sky. Here's misery and whips of tyranny, pain's pathos outcry. They are the bird of liberty and freedom throughout the day fly. Exploit us they, our feet being chained, but amidst darkness the candle still flames. Every drop of blood that runs through the veins sings and says again, thousands of sacrifices is the demand of the day. Fight we must, though die we may.